Hello, I'm here with Tim Meyer, Mountain Operation Manager of Caberfae Peaks.
Yes.
And we're here reviewing some of the new work that's been done over the summer. I see they're running the chairlift right now. You were saying to lubricate the rope?
Yeah, so the lift maintenance crew is doing the annual haul rope lubrication today, so they're going to just let her run for most of the day, so that lube works its way into the cable.
So there's actually a rope core to the center of a chairlift cable, I've been told?
Yeah, there's a hemp core in the middle. Yes, there is. So sometimes it's a nylon, synthetic nylon, sometimes it's hemp, but there's actually a core, a rope core in there.
To soak up the grease, kind of?
Yeah, yep.
And do you use mineral oil or something else?
It's called castor oil, and it's a vegetable-based oil. Yep. Yep.
So once a year?
Once a year. Yeah, you don't want to over lube it. You can have problems if you do that. So it's just the right amount. So you just put, and usually do it on a nice day like today, nice sunny day, so that lubricant gets warm. And every time that chair goes around the bow wheel, that cable kind of opens up a little bit, and that lubricant works its way in. And so that's what we're doing.
So I see you've moved a lot of dirt.
Yep, we continue to develop the terrain and working our way to the east.
So we mostly built on to the same way we've been building.
Correct. We've just been working our way east. Yeah.
I could see from the road there was quite a bit of new dirt exposed.
Yeah, there was, we made grade again with the most current band, and now we're working on another one. So we're just going to keep adding to the east. So the trail, or the hill just gets wider and wider to the east. You probably noticed it a little bit every year, and it's going to be a little bit wider. It's going to be 30 feet wider to the east this year than it was last year, and it's going to be, after we get done with the band we're on now, which won't happen before winter, it'll be next year, it'll go another 30 feet again. Another thing we did is a down here on Upper Smiling Irishman is we regraded it down there, and we redid the snowmaking so you're going to find Upper Smiling Irishman to be a lot wider than it was, and it's going to feel a lot better to the skiers.
Yeah, 13 new snow guns?
13 new Super Polecat guns.
Wow.
Some of them are going right here on this newly widened Upper Irishman, and some are going. They're going kind of just different strategic places all over the ski hill. So the newer machines, the Super Polecat, it's a bigger machine. It flows more water at all the temperature ranges, and in a lot of cases we're putting in one Super Polecat and we're taking two other existing machines out and repurposing those in other parts of the mountain. So we're upgrading the snowmaking in two places with one purchase, and so we're doing a lot of that. So you'll see these 13 new Super Polecats just kind of spread throughout both North and South Peaks.
So you have one centralized pumping station, or do you have different pumping stations?
One station.
And you had like 3 big pumps you were showing at one time?
Yes, 300 horsepower, 1,000 gallon per minute pump. So we can pump 3,000 gallons a minute of water up the hill continuously.
Wow. Yeah. So normally you let South Peak go for a little while, and then you test it in the first part of the hill early. I'm just wondering how much of that's capacity, how much of it is
it's capacity.
logistics.
It's all capacity. So it's everything. So when we're full production North Peak, that's all everything. Power, we're limited by what the power company can give us. We're maxing that right out. We're limited on water. We're limited on everything, plus manpower. I mean, to cover that many guns, when we're running everything we can run on North Peak, we can be running as many as 85 to 90 machines at one time.
Wow.
It's a lot to cover. So and if we're hitting all of North Peak and we're getting it done fast, we're going to be opening it up for skiing, and then we're going to need to move some of the snowmaking over to South Peak and just do mop-up duty at night over here. So it's a pretty efficient system.
And I see you're doing a little work on Star Lodge. What do they call that?
The Skyview Lodge.
Skyview Lodge.
Yes. So this year is the final phase, which was an addition on the parking lot side, right on the skier drop-off side of that building. and we're adding 142 seasonal lockers. So you can rent a locker for the season in that building, and this is going to be the nicest locker room in the Midwest. I mean, we've been doing it right. These are bigger lockers. All the furnishings inside the locker room are really top end. It looks like it's going to be fantastic.
And any other building upgrades?
Those are the big ones. We're always doing a little bit, carpet, some beds in the hotel. There's a lot of like what I would call just wear and tear items that we address every year. The sky view is the big one as far as the buildings for this year.
Now, on tickets and passes, I see you've added a lot of stuff to your top tier ticket. And it's looking pretty tempting. So you got partners that you can get 3 days free at those places, basically?
Yeah, so we joined what's called the Freedom Pass, and that's an alliance of ski resorts. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I think it's about 30. And basically, with all the Freedom Pass partners, you can get three tickets at each of the pass partners. And one of the partners is Crystal Mountain, so all the Caberfae Peak pass holders can get 3 tickets at Crystal Mountain, which is, you can see it. It's 30 miles north of us, so it's right there.
So that sounds like a good deal. I kind of regret just getting the weekday pass at this point, but
well, if you've already gotten the weekday pass, you can still upgrade it to the Peak Pass.
Have to think about it. So what about other passes? As far as I was going to ask you about, is there still a rope tow pass? I mean, a Bunny Hill pass?
There is. It's $5 for just Green Mountain, and that's a separate ticket. So if you want that, you can go to the ticket office and just ask for the Green Mountain ticket, and we'll give you that ticket. That ticket won't get you onto the other lifts though. So when you want to make that transition from the beginner hill to the bigger hills, then you'll have to go upgrade your pass to a full day ticket.
But that's good. A beginner should know that for $5 they can get here and see what it's like to get on the snow.
Yeah.
Plus a rental. Any rental deals for beginners?
So no, they're just the standard deals, and those vary based on the day of the week and the time, the day of the week basically, and the time of the day. But if you compare Caberfae's rates to the competitions, ours are the best. We've got the best value in the Midwest in skiing.
I'm always concerned about the extremes of skiing here. Basically, I learned, I'm an advanced skier and advanced snowboarder, but on the other hand, I learned to snowboard here about 25 years ago. I had a girlfriend who drafted me into the snowboarding world, whether I liked it or not. So I got to see this hill as a beginner, and really the bunny area is like too easy, and then the shelter hill is kind of tough, for someone who's brand new. So that's what I'm always needling you about, trying to get more bunny room here.
So we feel that we feel the same. We want to make sure that we that next level skier, right? So when you make that transition from Green Mountain, from the beginner, and you go to the next thing, our next thing that's the easiest. Our next easiest step is actually Smiling Irishman, which we've improved the top half of it considerably by changing the grade and the width. It's going to be really wide to the corner. It's going to be very wide, and then the easiest way down is then to take Easy Street back to the bottom of North Peak and then ride the quad or Vista and do Smiling Irishman to Easy Street. That's really the next level. So if you go to Shelter, that's a little bit steeper. That's not the logical next step. And you're going to find too that we did quite a lot of work on Lower Easy Street this year, and we've really changed that too. And I think that next level skier is really going to like what we've done. I think we've really addressed that by fixing this regrading and reshaping Upper Irishman. Essentially it has widened it, and then we did a really neat widening on Lower Easy Street, and I just really think that exactly what you're saying, I think we've answered, and I think it's going to be really good.
And you're going to put some advanced stuff in for us over here eventually?
So eventually, as we work that way, that should have skiing for both intermediate and advanced skiers. Yes.
Any other thoughts or any other upgrades?
We're doing some hill lighting. We're putting we're changing some stuff to LED that was metal halide before, and then adding lighting. Our plan is to get lighting on Funnel Cake this year, so that'll be another lighted run that we haven't had in the past. So that's another upgrade. And it's, when we're doing the snowmaking, there's a lot that goes in the ground. There's pipe, there's wire. There's a lot to that. There's a lot of work that goes into it. But it isn't all that flashy in an interview. It's just like, well, you guys are supposed to make snow. But, we are doing quite a bit there. We're continuing to develop terrain. We did the locker room improvement. Lots of little things compared to Caberfae standards, but they still are all going to make the place better. The experience is going to be better. This redesign of Upper Smiling Irishman and Easy Street for that next level skier, I think it's going to appeal to all skiers. I think it's going to be really, really great. I'm excited to get on it. That's a big improvement, and so I think it's going to be a good year.
And so eventually there's going to be another lift back there. Is that happening this next summer?
No, there's no timeline for that yet. So there's
probably going to be another summer yet?
It's going to be a little while, some years yet, I think.
You're going to do some building before you do it?
We got some building to do, yeah.
So you're maybe talking 2 or 3 years?
Could be. I'm not going to give you a number because I don't want to be pinned to one. It's all of 3, maybe more.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it could be 5, could be 6. Hard to say.
Oh. Okay. So wow. Let's see, did we cover passes okay? Any senior deals?
So we have our Silver Streak, and I'm a little out of touch because it's summertime, but I believe it's Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I can't even remember the number. I think it's $25 maybe for all day skiing for so that's a great deal, and a lot of folks come up during the week for that deal.
There's no senior deal on season passes though.
No, because our passes we give everybody a deal.
Yeah, they're pretty low.
They're pretty darn reasonable
compared to your competition.
Yeah,
I agree. Any other future ideas you got?
No, not really. No.
No, you're gonna hold close to your vest.
Yeah, for now.
The grass and
sure, yeah. Yeah, it's not as much to talk about this year. We're not doing a lift or anything.
I hope our audio worked.